Welcome back to Given Chance Farm. Today we ended up, our order from Lorian's came in. So this will be our supplies to make some more chapstick. So we'll open it up and kind of show you what we got in the... Sometimes you can find that little tab.
Maybe on the bottom.
Not today.
Maybe.
Well, they got it folded over the edge. There we go. Alright. Here's our invoice. For those of you that are newer to our channel, for one of the items we sell in our farmers market is lip balm, and we do lip balm with shea butter, sweet almond oil.
That's not sweet almond oil. I don't think we have.
Nope, this is the peppermint oil. Sorry,
We don't have any sweet almond oil.
we didn't order sweet almond oil. We had some, but we use sweet almond oil. This will be one of our flavorings for this time of year, is peppermint oil. So basically, our chapstick, lip balm, whatever you want to call it, it has shea butter, sweet almond oil, beeswax, and then if we flavor it, because we do sell some that is unflavored, and then our flavorings are the Lorian's flavoring oils. This time of year, peppermint is a big seller for us. We got one of our dogs that likes to watch his brother eat, and when he does that, he gets told on, and that's what's happening right now. Smokey's out there trying to eat, and Bandit's watching him, so he's telling on him. So, and then we also have some other flavorings in here, and let's see what we got. Tangerine.
It's one of our favorites.
So when Ricky watches this video, we do have more tangerine, so he can get some more tangerine lip balm. Vanilla, that'll be
A new one.
a new one for us. Caramel,
Or caramel, however you want to pronounce it.
looks like caramel to me.
I'm just saying. Some people pronounce it caramel. Some say caramel.
Honey flavor, which seems kind of funny for us to buy since we produce our own honey, but whatever. Okay. And strawberry. Strawberry is a big favorite. That's why we had to buy some more of it, because we were out of that flavor.
The reason why I bought the honey flavor is because in some of the soaps,
Right.
they call for the honey flavoring.
Yeah. So.
Or honey scent, I should say. I think that's the big
Yeah,
peppermint.
that's the big peppermint one, but
Yeah.
it'll set better if it's not.
I bought the bigger one for the peppermint because that's one of our personal favorites.
Yep. So we'll take that out and put this back in
Save
here.
some of the paper. We can use that for like when we paint the underneath side
Yep.
of it. So
And there's our invoice, so we have that. Alright, so we unboxed it right now. Later, we'll add video of us actually making the lip balm to show you guys the process that we go through. We probably make it in smaller batches than most people, because now this go around will actually make a little bit bigger, but the last few we have on our oils, instead of buying this size, this is the actual 1 ounce. We were buying what they call a dram. So a dram is like a little bitty bottle, and it would basically do, there's enough in one of the drams to do, I think it was
2 or 3,
2 batches of 6. So we could get basically a dozen lip balms out of 1. So moving up to this size, we'll be able to get more of them. We actually bought a kit that you can put 50 tubes on, and then it has like a spatula that you can scrape across that any of it that you miss when you're putting it in there. So it starts out with like a little 3 mil eyedropper, if that's the way you want to do it. I have better luck. We bought a little metal candle melting or candle wax melting pitcher. I have better luck using that and just pour into it than I do the others. So we'll show you how that works later on in the video. Alright, so we showed you earlier in the video that we received our Lorenz oils, so we got more of our shea butter. So basically what we're going to do is we have 8 flavors out here today, and we're actually going to do a double batch of one of them because we have enough labels already printed out that we can do 9 batches basically, because one mixture of this recipe will do 6 tubes of chapstick. So so basically what we need is 1 tablespoon of beeswax, a tablespoon of shea butter, a tablespoon of the sweet almond oil. We mix those up, and we basically use these were Hershey's Hot Fudge because we eat a lot of ice cream, and Brittany uses the Hershey's Hot Fudge for to make a hot fudge cake.
Yep.
So we use those as part of our double boiler system. So we have a pan over here on the stove, has water in it. We'll start getting it heated up. We'll mix the ingredients up in here, and then we will move on.
And then the Lorenz oil. Yep.
Yep. We'll start with the
Peppermint.
beeswax first.
And we're doing
There's
peppermint.
not much beeswax
The
in this.
flavor is
No,
peppermint.
I said there was just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then that one. So if you want to just dump it into the big bag.
We'll just save this one for later when we're measuring it out into the actual
Here you
major
go.
part of it. So, here we go.
That real beeswax
Yeah.
doesn't really look
Alright.
like ours.
So 1 tablespoon beeswax in there. We're doing a double batch of this one, so we need
Another tablespoon.
another tablespoon of this. And girls, while I'm doing this, if you'll go down through there and start opening the rest of the lids up, because all the rest of them get one in it. You can do all the ingredients at one time. It makes it easier.
Hey, and you might want to put the lid right beside
Yep.
Or behind it.
or behind it. That way you don't get it mixed up.
Here's the caramel.
There is definitely no mixing up the peppermint one, because if this was smell-o-vision, you guys would definitely smell this from way over there, because
Oh yeah.
the peppermint one is definitely the one that gets in your nose and stays there.
Oh yeah. The definite step. That hurts. Okay. Right tangerine again because it's rubbing off. Okay. Get it right.
So we're going to make peppermint, strawberry.
Vanilla.
Tangerine is next.
This one's tangerine.
Vanilla, honey, caramel, banana cream, and butterscotch. There. Tangerine is back. There we go. Vanilla, honey, caramel.
All right.
That actually smells like caramel.
And the nice thing about these, so basically, when we decided we were going to make soaps and things of that sort, that we were using these essential oils, we basically went to the Dollar Tree and picked up a set of these plastic measuring spoons. That way we can keep them with the lip balm kits, and everything just stays together because we're using them for the same products pretty much for both making soaps and
Chapstick.
chapsticks. So, all right, so everybody has that now. So now we go with here's some shea butter here.
Open.
Where is my knife at? There was a I think it's in the tote. It's in the tote, Brittany.
That's not very much.
No. So while I'm waiting on that, I'll do the easier one.
There you go.
We'll go ahead and get the sweet almond oil. It goes a little quicker.
It smells good. Yeah. What does butterscotch taste like?
You know the little butterscotch candies?
So there's one for peppermint. Peppermint gets a double batch, so we have to remember to do a second one. And everybody else gets one. So peppermint's done. Move right on down the line here.
Here we go. We got the other shea butter. We're making a double batch for peppermint because it's the most. Our people, the people that buy them, that's pretty much their most favorite.
Yeah, that's pretty much our big seller is peppermint, especially this time of year with the holiday season coming up.
Yeah.
A lot of, like last year, we sold quite a bit of the lip balm, chapstick, whatever you want to call it.
Chapstick.
This time of year for stocking stuffers. So
We also found the little bears for stuff.
yeah, the little
Stocking
2-ounce
stuffers.
honey bears.
Yeah.
They go pretty good for stocking stuffers as well.
What does the oil do? The almond oil.
This helps with moisture in your lips. So does the
So it doesn't
shea
get
butter.
chapped.
Yeah, it keeps your lips from being chapped out in the wind.
Yeah.
We had a friend of ours that we show cattle with. She got one of the strawberry tubes last year, actually this time of year because it was in Louisville at the Louisville show. And then later on, they were at a different show and out in the wind all day, and her lips were getting wind burnt basically and chapping, and she happened to look in her travel bag and realized that she had our strawberry lip balm in there, and that saved her lips, she said. So
Yeah. Because I like to try to always carry some chapstick with me because my lips get really chapped in the wintertime.
So now all he's doing is getting the shea butter and using a knife to level it out.
okay, I'll start at this end on this one.
Sometimes I have to use that knife.
Oh, it smells really good in here right now.
So one thing about packing it in there, it stays in there.
There we go. I'll hold it.
Alright. It'll melt down in there when it heats up. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and start this one to melt while I'm finishing the shea butter on the rest of them. So it's on there. The water is starting to warm up a little bit. And then we'll go back and finish trying to get the shea butter in the rest of them while that one is going. Alright, it's all melted. After everything is melted, for a single batch, you do a half a teaspoon of your flavoring oil. There we go. Which on a dram is about almost equivalent to about half of the dram. So alright, now that we've got the flavoring oil in there, we stir it in, and then Brittany takes a 3 ml eyedropper and she goes down into the liquid, pulls some of it up into the eyedropper, and we have 6 of the tubes over there in that tube holder. So we're going to make 6 tubes of this flavor, which is, I believe, butterscotch. So we're making 6 of each flavor except for the peppermint today, and then we're making 12 of the peppermint. And basically you just keep doing that until each one of them is filled up, and then as they dry they'll actually start turning more of like a whitish color instead of right now they're kind of a little bit more clear.
And then they'll set. You want to let them set for, I think it's 4 hours, if I remember right.
Yeah.
To dry. We usually let them set a little bit longer, then we cap them, and then we'll label them with what's in there. And then sometimes after they set a while, they'll start to drop below the line. So if you happen to have any leftover, then I just try and squeeze a little bit more in each of the tube that had sunk. But for the most part, I try and get it up above, and then that usually helps. But I won't do that until after I get all of them filled. That way I know I have plenty for these 6. Because for some reason, sometimes when you're making a batch of 6 like this, sometimes you have more than that will fill in the 6. You can't fill them up any higher, and then sometimes you have just enough.
Alright, well, we got that those 4 flavors done. So Brittany's undoing the peppermint ones right now, and we create little tags, that way we can tell what flavors what. Because if you notice, they all, for the most part, most of them turn out with a white coating on the end of them.
I mean,
you can kind of see a little bit. We use the clear tubes, but then we put a label on them. So she'll pull all of these out of there, and then we'll be back when we cap them and show you what our label looks like.
alright, we got them all capped, and now we're just putting the label on. Here's what our labels look like.
Can't see. I hope the lights got us. Can't see it. Go ahead and put it on there, and then I'll show them.
There, can you just do a blank one?
So basically, here's what our labels look like. We keep them blank as far as the flavor is concerned, and then we handwrite the flavor between the lip balm and our business name. So,
and then we just store them in these little, they're called crown holders, in the like the school supplies. We get them at Walmart, but they're easy for us to transport to where we need to go when we do our farmers market. So hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share on all your social media with your friends and family, and we'll see you on the next one.